Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team from the ACC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They go to the ground. Shakes off the tackle. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to Davis. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Running behind that left side. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
This BYU offense set up with another first down. Back to throw, it's Retzlaff. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down. BYU lines up quickly. Right back to the well. Finds a crease at the 20. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TD.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Offense working from the pistol. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Takes the handoff. It's Green. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Handoff to the single back. Tackle is made after the first down.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quick completion to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Green. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when that ball's coming out, you can tell the offensive linemen want to get those defensive linemen's hands down. They want to hit them, engage on them. Great job by the defensive end, getting his hands up in the air and getting the deflection.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And they're barely able to stop the score. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation. They practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Green. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there and gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll try to do it himself. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, BYU 10, Arkansas 0.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. The give on 4th down. And the Razorbacks will have a 1st down.
Well, the defense had an opportunity to get a stop on 4th down. The offense backed up, but they're able to plow forward on the ground.
Man, they said they wanted to be aggressive, but I don't know that anyone expected that type of aggression.
If I was on offense here, sudden change, now that you've picked up the 1st, why not go play action and take a shot?
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the pass. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking downfield, it's Green. Feeling some heat. Keeps the play going. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Wide out in motion. They'll run it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. A nice game to pick up the first down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. Moving away from pressure. On the move, he fires. Oh, picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Davis. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
To the air, it's Retzlaff. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, he puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. At the 45, on its way. He's loose. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 7 over the Astronauts. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take it. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Working that left side now. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Getting some heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And he missed it. No good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU about to kick it off to open the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the 1st down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on 3rd down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Motion from the offense. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught near the sideline. It's Hill.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
The Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Green. They're bringing heat, trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Man, it's like that quarterback was stepping around a bunch of bear traps in the pocket. Everywhere he looked, something was trying to grab his leg.
And the coach is going to be like, hey, dude, how do you want my quarterback to be successful if he's got guys falling all over him the whole time and he can't step up and can't even find a way to try to lock in on a receiver because so much pressure from the defense.
Quick handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lost one down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down with this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, getting them making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. He's got it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
So surprised. We have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
And this one splits the upright. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 8 over the Astronauts. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. the pull and throw off the RPO. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses to 40. The expressway is wide open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. BYU right back to the line.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Scanning the field, it's Retzlaff. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
BYU coming to the line with first and 10. On first down, it'll bring up second and short.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
On second down, just keeps firing. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the fourth. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as possible. Just got to have better awareness on the field.
A first down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. To the air, it's Retzlaff. And it's incomplete on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. and send that offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
Cricket. Gaucho.
He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, BYU! They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical, and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Pushes ahead. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Quick pass on the fly motion. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to get rid of it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
It was a massive missed opportunity failing on that 4th down, so they're trailing. There's a little bit less than 3 minutes to go here. Their defense has got to be able to get the ball back here quickly for them to have any shot.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate and make it easier on your target.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. Touchdown, BYU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
31, Arkansas.
The kickoff team out there getting set.
Number 44, set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback checking the play. Going up top on 1st down. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Green. Pocket starts to collapse. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it behind the line. It's Green. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Finds him out of the backfield. He will not pick up the 1st down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Hauls it in. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Phillips. Touchdown, Cougars. And the stomping has commenced. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Illinois came away with a big-time victory today, and they'll be enjoying some bubbly and champagne after this one. Coaches want to win in all three phases of the game, and today, mission accomplished. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Back to throw. It's Green. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Still on his feet at the 45. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.